Oh, hello everyone, long time no see, but you knew I was going to come back for our 6th anniversary. But we're not going to celebrate here in the basement. I got another place to do that, and I'm going to take you guys with me, so please, follow me. Before anybody asks, no, this isn't the big video I've been planning for a couple years now. That's going to have to wait another year. Instead, something else is happening that's going to change the channel for the better. It's been a long time coming, and it's right through these doors. I'd like to welcome you to my new set. Yes, this area is now being used as a new place to film content as well as to display a good chunk of my collection. This room used to be the computer room for a brief period back in the mid-2000s when we first moved into this house, but then it went upstairs and this room started to collect dust. This year I convinced my dad to help me clean it up and make it usable again as a computer room and a place for me to put some of my collection. As you can see, I have plenty of items on display from my various handhelds and most of my stuff from Nintendo, Sega, Atari. There's a few gaps right now as a few items are still in a museum exhibit, which is actually soft opening tomorrow when this video goes up. It's still a work in progress and things might get slightly altered as time goes on. As the collection expands, you never know what you're gonna see. Bet you didn't see a Ninja Gaiden right here. I'd like to bring your attention over to the new computer setup. After years and years of worry and campaigning, we finally got a new computer replacing the one we've had since we moved into this house. If you're wondering how old it is, it first ran Windows Vista. Yeah, that piece of junk. Of course we upgraded it to Windows 8, but then it became harder and harder to work on content as space was getting used up, and it became a less reliable computer. If you remember that time it severely crashed. It has blue screened more times than I have lived on this earth. Now we have this Windows 10 Dell with more memory, more power, and just more to help me make content better. Now my videos will be able to be made in 1080p, and the computer isn't going to be primarily used for playing games, though I will be reviewing one on Steam in a few weeks. It's primarily for general use, video editing, and getting game footage. That's where this extra space over here comes into play. This is where the second monitor would go when I'm recording game footage or when I'm doing schoolwork on my laptop. The idea for this room is to not only make it accessible for me, but to other family members. As you'll see on this shelf, it has stuff that isn't necessarily mine, but I'll mostly be in here doing my thing. Making content for you guys, like this very video right now, drinking drinks and putting it on my Starfighter's cup thingy, or maybe printing scripts on this Big Brother printer. Now I wish I could have had this room completely ready for y'all, but unfortunately that wasn't to be. This is all that's left of the cleanup. My dad still has files to go over to either keep on record or shred. We have this big pile for the shredder, and I imagine we'll mop the whole floor once we move out the remaining odds and ends. I do have a plan with what I'll do with this remaining space. I have a couch just outside the door that I want to put in here against this wall so I could have a place to relax on something more comfy than my regular chair. And if I want, I could fall asleep here after a hard day's night of editing. But there would be more to it. I would also like to put a TV stand or some sort of drawer table here and put 2 TVs on it so I can play some games in here in my spare time, both classic and modern. Now I should say that I'm not going to stop making content down in the basement. It's kind of become a location synonymous with the channel. I still have a portion of my collection down there, now just moved around to accommodate other things like my Laserdisc collection among other things. I'll have a little more spare room for more stuff once everything is where I like it. Rest assured, I'll still be filming some content in the basement, but this room is now my primary filming location as it has some benefits, like proper lighting. Well, there isn't much more to go over, so I'd like to thank y'all for being with me and sticking with me for the better part of 6 years. I still have no idea where doing this will lead me. For now, it's given me a new set in the house and more possibilities for creating better content for you guys to enjoy very soon. I will return to making weekly content rather quickly. The first new video of a new series will come out this Saturday, and more will sure to follow after that. But until then, I will see you guys in the near future.